Hi, guys. It's Mrs. Sullivan. Welcome back. Hope everybody had a good break and you're ready to rock and roll on this second 9 weeks of school this year. So, to kind of get us started, if you haven't done your warm up, remember those are every week, they're in modules, and you need to take care of those first thing. So, this one's pretty easy. It just asks you what was one thing you did over fall break. Answer that question if you would before you end social studies today. It doesn't have to be first, can be last, that's fine. Now, today's agenda is we're going to try to just understand how B15 runs, since you're going to be actually switching classes now and will be coming to my classroom, except for the all virtual kids. Some of this you won't need unless you decide to, when we come back, you can kind of see what things look like. And then we'll also kind of go over what the expectations are for this 9 weeks, just so you can be successful in social studies. So we're going to go over kind of what B15 looks like and where things are. We're going to go over what's going to be covered this 9 weeks in social studies, and then we'll just have a Kahoot review at the end for fun. So I'm going to start going over everything, and I'll see you guys later. So we are now moving classes. So with social studies, we're going to kind of go over where things are. There's certain places you can look around the room for your weekly agenda. And you can also have a daily agenda. You have success criteria for the day, and then where you can find certain materials. So I'm going to kind of go over that with you. I thought that would make this nice and big, but it did not. So let's try this again. All right, I got to kind of turn things around. So when you walk in, of course, you have the screen. Guys, you will start seeing this next week when we start kind of going over things online. Next to the front of the board, you can always find the date. There's kind of a glare. It's up there at the top. And then there's always a daily agenda that kind of tells you what we are doing for the day on one side of the board. On the other side of the board, your success criteria is always going to be there. I call it, I know I've got it when. And in this case today, it's just I can answer 75% of the questions on Kahoot correctly. Okay, so that's kind of the front of the room there. I've got, my desk over here, and then you have the side of the room. On the side of the room, you have drawers that have colored pencils and glue and paper if you ever are out of paper. And then there is a table, Kleenexes, some more hand sanitizer. There will be pencils there, pencil sharpener, hole punch, stapler, tape, things that you may need. There is also a section here while you were gone, or maybe mentally gone and you've lost something. Every day of the week, handouts will be right there. There is a no-name section if I ever find paper in here that you may need, or there's an assignment that you've done handwritten. There's no name on it. It will be there, kind of going in a circle around the room here. And then on the back wall, there is a this week where I write down what we are doing all week long. Like this week, today's just an intro to the second 9 weeks. Tomorrow, we're going to start Mesopotamia and go over the geography of Mesopotamia, where that's located. The asterisk with the SC means there is a success check at the end of the period that day. That's going to be your first grade of the 9 weeks. On Wednesday, we're going to start going over the different civilizations in Mesopotamia. Sumer is one of them. Thursday will be the Akkadians. And then Friday, we're going to work with cuneiform, which I will explain to you. And then there's also a important info section back here where anytime I know something important's coming up, I will put that up there. As of now, next Friday, October 30th, there is going to be your first quiz of the 9 weeks. So that's kind of the tour around the room. For B15. Now, this 9 weeks, what are we going to do? We are going to cover 2 main subjects, ancient river civilizations, which include Mesopotamia, ancient Egypt, the Indus River Valley, and just a smidgen of ancient China. We'll go over that one in much better detail next 9 weeks when we hit China. And then we're also going to cover world religions. So we will talk about Judaism, Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, and Buddhism. If we have time, there is going to be a project at the end of the 9 weeks if we have time. So we're just going to kind of see how that goes for now, see if we're going to have time to do that. How to be successful this 9 weeks. Big thing is pay attention in class virtually. Make sure that you are doing the lessons, completing the work in class, and getting all of that taken care of. Ask questions anytime you need to, whether that's by email or in person. Check your emails. That's something good to do at least once or twice a day, like before you get started and when you're done. Make sure you're keeping track of Skyward and Canvas. Always get everything turned in. And when you are virtual, some reminders. Where do you go for all your class materials and assignments and lessons? You go to your specific class and you go to modules and look for today's date. What is the first thing that you do when class starts? Your warm up. And then you're going to go through the lesson and materials for the day. And again, if you're home, always email if you need help. And again, it's a whole new day. It's a whole new 9 weeks. You are starting over. This is your chance. If you weren't happy with how last 9 weeks went, it's over. It's a brand new start. So I hope everyone has a great first day back and great second 9 weeks. And let's play Kahoot.